So first video, we got Chris Tyson. Chris Tyson's situation is crazy. Move me down just a little bit. You feel me? Yeah. So let's jump into this. Hey, we recording? Yeah, we recording. Okay. All right, let's get this.
Mr. Beast became the most subscribed to person
By Jamari, by the way.
on the entire platform. Year after year, he has consistently dropped some of the biggest videos on YouTube, and he's the type of guy that really prides himself on avoiding any sort of controversy around his name. And in general, it seems like he really just wants to have fun while helping people out and making these different big ideas of his.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, a lot of folks got a problem with that. They got problem with bro trying to help people out. I'm like, dog, what he doing? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, people be going crazy on Twitter. They be fighting about anything, but that is what it is.
Has come to life. But one controversial topic around him and his brand has been one of his best friends, Chris. Chris has been with Jimmy since the start of his days on YouTube and is actually one of his childhood friends. And over time, the audience came to know and love Chris like they do many of the other recurrent people on the channel. Well, you might remember last year we talked about Chris in a highly controversial video posted by SunnyV2, and the main topic being discussed in this video was Chris becoming, well, Chris with a K, and transitioning from a man to a woman. Needless to say, the reception for this video was really all over
Chat, keep it piped down.
the place. Over the years, people had come to know Chris as a married Christian family man, so many fans and critics alike did find his transition to be a little bit jarring, including Nick Merckx, who has been very vocal about
You should be ashamed of yourself, leaving behind your wife and child to play pretend. One day you'll wake up and realize what you've done. Yo, what I tell y'all about Twitter, bro? People be fighting on there, talking about everything that has nothing to do with them. It's the craziest thing ever, bro. I mean, like, you could be upset about something, but come on, man. Like,
about his opinions. Now, Mr. Beast has made it beyond clear that Chris is his day one best friend and he will always support him, even expressing displeasure towards people who had bad things to say about Chris and claiming that he is an amazing parent. Even till this day, it's like constantly a huge topic of discussion online, because not only is it such a hot topic in general, but he's also involved with the biggest YouTuber in the world. And now Chris is once again being discussed, and it seems like their past is coming back to haunt them in the form of some strange tweets. Above that, there's also some more recent allegations that point towards Chris having a Dr. Disrespect type of relationship with a fan. First, let's talk
chat. Oh, this changes everything.
about this video that recently came out and now went viral that shows old tweets from Chris back in the 2017 to 2018 range. This video immediately connects Chris with a person named Shadman, who is known for his explicit drawings online, and he apparently got famous for depicting all kinds of disgusting things in these drawings, including underage individuals in these illustrations doing vile things. Like anyone who thinks this
Yo, man. Like, what's up with what's up with this, man? Why so many people? All right, let me just
stuff is okay needs to be
Shut up.
thrown under the jail with the likes of EDP. Basically, weirdos use this art angle as a bypass to enjoy, though the legality of it does still seem kind of vague to me. Well, basically, back in the day, Chris posted a ton about Shadman, and even had his artwork up at his house in the background of an old Mr. Beast video. He also posted several tweets about enjoying this type of artwork in general, and other suggestive posts about various cartoon characters. And even though most of these posts are like 7 years old at this point, at the time he was still a 21-year-old man, and this isn't just like some racist stuff or something that there could be like more gray area on, Or you could say, oh, that was just like part of the times back then. This is some weird shit that he was interested in to a massive extent. Like a grown man hanging a picture on their wall of this nasty stuff takes.
Yo, man. What's going on, bro? Can we keep it a buck, bro? What is going on? What are people doing, man? What are people...
Quite a bit of premeditated thought. So obviously people already thought that that was very strange of him, but it's really nothing compared to this more damning allegation, where people are claiming to have exposed Chris for having an inappropriate relationship with a 13-year-old fan when he was 20 years old, and that this online communication continued for several years. Shout out to this man Prism, who is the first one to bring this to light. So there's this kid who goes by the nickname LavaGS Online, and it seems like he was a massive Mr. Beast fan back in the day, and even got to work for Jimmy at some point in the past helping with his gaming channel. It seemed like over the years they developed several channels of communication, from Snapchat to Twitter messages, Discord DMs, and private gaming sessions. Which, let me just pause the video right there and say that I already have a problem with that. Unless someone is like your cousin or related to you in some way, there is absolutely no reason that a 20-year-old needs to be having all these different private conversations with someone who's in middle school. Like, a 20-year-old should be out there enjoying their life, trying to do new things with people their age. And obviously, pretty much anyone with a platform on...
I agree, bro. Like, what are we doing here? It's one thing to say, hey, hey, I appreciate the support. But now you out here doing the support? Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I feel like as soon as you hear, like, someone is like, because people be looking, all types of ages today. But as soon as you hear that someone is younger, you up out of there. There's no point. What are you doing, man? 13? Isn't like 13 like junior high? I swear to God, 13 like junior high, bro. That's
online is going to have some fans who are kids, and so it's obviously the adult's responsibility to not be in like constant communication with them. It's really not that hard. Either way, he felt so comfortable with Chris to the point that he was asking him about his addiction to adult cartoons. And they were having a lot of inappropriate banter publicly on Twitter when Lava was only 14.
Guys, we are so close to our goal. Oh my god, one more Patreon and I'm releasing my nudes. And this is the part. I have a problem with. This isn't a group chat. This is literally just him and this other guy that he's been talking to and that he's friends with online. Lava says, I'm your first Patreon big boy. And he shows that he donated some money. He donated like $1 or something. So it's not enough to meet the goal. And he says, but not $5. Pathetic. Just kidding, kissy face. I'll tell you what it means. It means that you're telling him that he needs to donate $5 so you can release your or whatever. He says, wait till my Twitch revenue comes in, winky face. And of course, it continues. He says, check again, and he tags you, I think. At least that must be you, or he's tagging.
Yo, I'm speechless, bro. What is going on right here? Is this a kid that he's talking to? Or is this just a random person?
You. And of course he says, I posted some fire news for you.
Wait, this is on Twitter? Is this private or is this public? This is public, right? This is public. This is public. This is public Twitter. Oh, here we go.
Please no share. And this is someone that you're
That's on public Twitter, is it not? Am I tweaking?
talking to that is 14 years old, that you know is 14. And at the end of the day, you cannot be talking about topics like this with someone that is this young.
So at the very least, these two had a close
Wait, that was posted in 2018 with only 4 likes. Wait, is this public or is this private? Well, obviously it's public now. This is public, right? This is the thread. This is nuts, bro. Did it say like in his bio that he's 14 or something? And wait, why is the dude? Wait. Whoa. Time out. Wait. Never mind. I ain't even gonna go there. Y'all know what I mean.
close enough relationship where Chris felt comfortable making these adult jokes towards him, and at the very worst, he's literally flirting with a 14-year-old on the timeline. But by the time Lava would turn 16, he would apparently even meet up with Chris at some point. And he even talked about this extensively on like a Mr. Beast Discord server. Now I do want to make it clear that this guy Prism who made this video spoke privately with this Lava guy. And Prism claims that Lava's statement is that nothing bad ever happened when they met up back in the day, and that basically their relationships never really got inappropriate. And as I'm editing this video, guys, Lava actually took to Twitter to make his own statement about the situation, where he says these videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? The situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I'm not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. And keep in mind that's after this morning he removed all affiliation with Mr. Beast from his Twitter page. And now we have yet another update where Keemstar has jumped into the picture. He says that Mr. Beast connected him with this guy Lava directly, and that Lava is denying all of these allegations, and now claiming that him and Chris did not have any sort of private interactions, and that when he went to meet up with Chris that apparently his entire family and the Mr. Beast crew were present. I ran a Discord with Chris Tyson when I was 13, edgy and inappropriate jokes were said. That's it. So take with that what you will. And you guys already know if there was going to be one person to defend Chris in this entire situation, it was going to be that fool Ethan is online, who last time we caught up with him was pretty much defending the sick people that they catch on predator poachers. So,
oh my god. You lying. You lying, right? You being for real?
here he was trying to watch the video on stream where Chris got exposed for liking that very strange artworght.
God, I hate how this is formatted like a commentary video and it feels like it was edited by AI.
If you still think this is a coincidence, the next incident will definitely change your mind. On January 25th, 2019,
It also sounds like it was written by fucking AI.
Jhnakin posted a picture of a character called Raptalia from the Rising of the
So the synopsis is Ava used to like... Stop skipping? No, because the synopsis of the video is Ava used to like Shadman in 2017. Don't watch that fucking dog shit video. So bad. Such an awful, fucking terribly formatted video. Literally the worst fucking YouTube video I've seen in a long time.
So from the start, you can tell that this guy Ethan feels some sort of personal connection to the call out in that video. Just like the sheer amount of anger you can see pulsing through his very tired face. To me, kind of tells the whole story of what his opinion is about to be. Yes, that video that he was watching, it wasn't like the best made video I've ever seen, but it's something that I would expect from kind of like a novice commentary channel. And I do think it was very important for kind of kicking off this expose. But let's hear what Ethan thinks.
Literally just to be like, Mr. Beast's friend 7 years ago had some inappropriate tweets that were a really bad look. You're avoiding the video? That's the whole point. What am I avoiding?
The truth that it doesn't
Fam, I don't even know what's going on. What is going on?
matter that it happened 7 years ago. This guy was into some absolutely diabolical shit.
Didn't like most of the internet at the time with Shadman? Yes. For some reason, yes.
So his excuse for this disgusting behavior is that apparently most of the internet, they were fucking with this nasty loser who was making these disgusting drawings. I mean, first of all, that just has to be a blatant lie. And to me, the shit he was into is just, like, inexcusable. I don't give a f***. When it happened, he was already an adult man.
I don't need to see the whole thing. It's bad. It's a bad video.
And I think that he's claiming it's a bad video because politically it doesn't align perfectly with him.
I'm sorry. It was 7 years ago.
You know how many times...
Dude. Bro. I don't even know what to say. Let's just keep watching this. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless right now.
This guy, Ethan, has likely
Chad, y'all speechless? Y'all gotta be speechless. I'm speechless.
judge people for things that they did more than a decade ago just because they do not align with him politically. Like, that seems to be his whole shtick, is that if you're a conservative because he's very obviously a big-time liberal, well, it's just f*** you. He's never gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. He's gonna take your words and misconstrue them. But oh, when it's someone who's on his side of history, well, he's gonna ride with them to the very end.
I don't want to see it. It's
Nah, that's facts. That is facts, bro.
irrelevant. That doesn't make it okay. It's not relevant, though. Is that a gross thing to do? Is it unacceptable? Yeah. But, like, the anti-cancel culture warriors all of a sudden are like, wait, liking tweets from 7 years ago. Why are we even talking about Mr. Beast's friend? Because she's Mr. Beast's friend.
Yeah, and Mr. Beast has the biggest platform literally in the entire world.
Since this time, Chris transitioned
that clout,
and is now
dog.
Ava.
And that's fine, but it doesn't just absolve you of all the nasty shit you were doing before you transitioned.
To give you an idea of how fucking long ago this was! Stop being defensive. You follow Chris on Twitter. Dude, this was a completely different time. I was in high school when this happened. I had no idea who fucking Mr. Beast was, and neither did Mr. Beast. He wasn't even around. What are you saying?
I think that
Oh my goodness, bro. Nah. What am I doing wrong, man? Hey, what I gotta do? What I gotta do? Put the money on the table.
the point
Come
they're
on.
trying to make is that every single time this type of topic comes up, whether it's someone actually like trying to talk to someone who's underage or just having this type of peculiar behavior, you always seem to be on the side where you are literally rushing to defend the person who's just being absolutely disgusting.
Are you trying to cancel Mr. Beast too? Because he had that in his living room? It was in Mr. Beast's living room. Should he be canceled too? You can't ever defend Mr. Beast ever again. Don't ever defend him or watch him.
Yeah, Mr. Beast doesn't have a bunch of old tweets linking him to this freak and suggesting that he was a massive fan of him. I guarantee you that if Jimmy was doing that shit back in the day, it would have been brought to light long ago, and his feet would have been held to the same fire.
It shows a bias.
Yeah, it would have been really quick. And when I made it to 7 years, I'm quite sure the people that wanted him gone, they were already looking. They've been looking. And they's probably still looking. There's some haters. You know what I mean? Or, you know, they got to make sure that, hey, you going to be this big. We got to make sure that you didn't do nothing sneaky. We got to make sure that you didn't do nothing sus or anything. Because we going to hold you to the flame. That's basically what happened here.
Yes. Towards what?
They couldn't get him, so they said, we're going to get someone close by you that you defended before or came up with you. Because we take them down, there's a possibility we might be able to take you down. People be hating. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, it works for him. It has correlation to him. But dang, bro. I don't know. It's crazy.
Towards creeps.
This is wild.
Do you want to keep acting like Mr. Beast should be canceled forever or something?
No one time said Mr. Beast should be canceled. You're the only one bringing him up at this point. I mean, everyone really just wants Chris to come out and explain why he was into that weird shit.
You should not be apologetic. I'm not apologetic, and now you're literally misgendering Chris.
He's probably more upset about that than he is about the core matter here that Chris was on some weird shit. I mean, this guy's brain is so dense. It just honestly starts to make me a little bit upset. Like, how can someone be so confident in this way of thinking and just be so wrong?
You're spelling it the way she changed it to, but you're misgendering her. So I think that shows that you have a pretty severe bias, actually. You actually have a bias that leads you out.
Yo, Maddie B854. Thank you for the follow. Let's go.
Side of reality.
Appreciate that follow.
And away from logic and truth.
Dude, it has to be one of the most ironic statements I've ever heard in my entire life.
Why are you being defensive?
Wait, what did he
Humility and away from logic and truth.
Wait, what?
I think that shows that you have a pretty severe bias, actually. You actually have a bias that leads you outside of reality and away from logic and truth.
Yeah. Hey, you got some songs you want me to listen to, Matty B? Let me know.
Dude, it has to be one of the most ironic statements I've ever heard in my entire life.
Why are you being defensive? Well, you're just changing the complete conversation because you don't have anything to say.
Yeah, it's got to be the most ironic video of all time. Listen,
bro.
Ethan, get some help,
send that
bro.
through.
As for Chris, we're
Is it on?
some answers. Like, in my opinion, Mr. Beast don't really need to say shit about this. But Chris, like, if you want to continue to have a platform online, you need to explain yourself a little bit. Like, him just wiping his entire Twitter clean, it just does not look very good to me. But
Hey,
y'all
what
let
you
me know what
talking
you
about?
guys think down below. I will continue to keep y'all updated on this situation. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other internet news out here needs to be covered, so I'm out. Peace.
Hey, W video.
Just yesterday, the
Didn't we just watch this one? Oh, it got worse. Oh, there's another one. Oh, chat, we got two. Oh, we need to watch part 2 then.
Well, guys,
Wait.
finally.
See, I haven't watched any of this. All right, so this video is Chris Tyson's situation gets much worse. Let's get into it. By Jamari.
So just yesterday, the dominoes started falling, and now everyone has been weighing in on the Chris Tyson situation, where his past has now been dredged up, and it was revealed that he was very publicly a fan of some disgusting art that's really just a loophole
What
so
shoes
that
you buy?
adults can
What
enjoy.
shoes you get?
Chris was such a big fan of this style of art, in fact, that back in the day, he bought a print from this guy named Jhnakin, who was infamous for creating this stuff, and he went out and hung this up in his living room for everyone to see. Above that, he had some eerily similar accusations as Dr. Disrespect did only a few weeks ago regarding interactions with one of his biggest fans who at the time was 13 years old.
You absolutely right. He is going down. I don't know. This is crazy. It's crazy. Oh, you got the Jordan Retro 4 Military Blues? What size are you? I'm just asking. I'm just curious what size you are. No, I'm just messing.
Well, now, like what often happens when someone
In the shoe, pause. No Diddy, no Drake. Okay, my bad.
gets put in a situation like this, more people have come forward with their stories regarding Chris, old videos have resurfaced, and more messages have come to light. And I'm going to begin to all of that and more in today's video. First, I did want to talk about some of the tweets and statements that Lava continued to make yesterday, where he says, "Can you guys help me counter all
Dang. 14? You shoe size 14? How tall are you?
of these lies?" Chris's messages to me were sent in public Discord servers and groups, but everyone is framing it as if it was one-on-one. Chris literally did nothing wrong. So it seems like he's going to be holding true to his original statement that he was not a victim and that he never got inappropriate with Chris. I will say I have seen this guy catching quite a bit of flack online, and I absolutely do not support any of that. The thing is, guys, when it comes to a potential victim like this guy could possibly be, it's actually very common for them to come out and to defend their potential abuser. You have to remember, this guy was a huge super fan of Mr. Beast and Chris. He probably held them in a very high regard. So the mere idea of losing that relationship and everything coming crashing down around him has probably been very hard for this person, Lava. I'm not saying that anything concrete happened between them. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if this guy, who's still only like 20 years old, is very scared right now. Now this to me is where things start to get very interesting, because Jimmy, aka Mr. Beast, begins to be involved. So there used to be this guy named Jake Franklin, aka Jake the Viking, who would often
Low key? I remember seeing him. Jake the Viking. I remember seeing this dude.
appear in Mr. Beast's video. Apparently they were pretty good friends. But around 4 years ago, it seemed like he was just cut off completely. They stopped asking him to be in these videos. and eventually he was left to kinda just do his own thing. Well, in the midst of all the drama yesterday, he came out with some tweets. I know the Lava GS they are mentioning in the video, this ain't good for Beast. He also responded to another tweet and says, Chris should tell everyone how old the girl was he was snapping that sent him his first ever pair of Gucci slides.
Oh! Oh! What? Hey, what did Future say about them Gucci flip-flops? Ain't nothing happening in them Gucci flip-flops, bro. I thought it was just, oh man, this is about to get interesting. And
I understand why he's coming out with these tweets now that all of this is unfolding, but like, dude, if you knew that some sick shit was going on in the background, especially regarding people who are underage, why didn't you speak up about this before? And in the most cryptic tweet of them all that he would send out yesterday, he would say, Jimmy knew, obviously alluding to the idea.
Oh no. Hey, this is why I don't be on Twitter. That's why I don't be on Twitter. So if you're saying, wait, look at this. He's saying Jimmy knew. He knew too. So they both knew, and y'all both didn't do nothing. That bad.
Idea that Jimmy has possibly known about this behavior for a very long time. I mean, with all of this now coming to light with some of the messages I'm about to show you guys in a second, I'm gonna change my stance to say that Mr. Beast has to put out some sort of statement about this situation. And here's a little excerpt from this video that was posted 4 years ago, where Jake talks about disbanding from the Mr. Beast team.
Probably, if you're a Mr. Beast fan, you probably have noticed I have not been in the videos as of late. In fact, the last video I was in was hide and seek, second hide and seek video that was posted back January some date. And then after that, I was no longer asked to be in any videos. I was still on payroll, still getting paid. And I took that kind of, this is cool, I get to sit at home and get paid, but at the same time, you know what's actually going on. And everyone.
How would y'all feel about that? Yeah. So basically, I'm about to find out exactly how Mr. Beast is involved in this, but at least from my perspective, it looks like Chris was messaging underage people. I guess girls and guys. It's crazy. It's a crazy year. I think Cat Williams started us off on the right foot though, so I think it's all coming together now.
When I talked to, never really gave me any answers till super recently, when finally I was able to meet down a couple people and kind of put everything out on the table, and it came down to my piece no longer fit the puzzle. If that's the best way to put it.
So he goes on in this video to actually be pretty respectful towards Mr. Beast. He was thankful for the opportunity. And
I just want to say, out of all the shirts he could have worn for a type of video like this is a crazy choice of a shirt. That's a wild shirt choice. But it is what it is.
And at least here, which this is like 4 years ago, he says he feels no ill will towards him or anyone on the team. But now that more is now coming to light, we see that that might not be true. Keemstar would also tweet out yesterday, Chris Tyson supported the cartoon P artist Shadman that drew my daughter at 8 years old in a sexual manner. This is a known fact. Privately, me and Chris Tyson even had a conversation about this roughly a month ago, as it still upsets me, which is very understandable. And I actually did go back and research this a little bit myself, where I found an old live stream from Shadman being confronted about drawing these pictures of Keemstar's daughter. And even at that time, he acknowledged how much of a
Yo, what is going on? What are people doing? People for real like this. Walking among us. We got to start knocking people out. I'm sorry. We got to start throwing haymakers. Next person you see, you got to throw a haymaker. You got to start wailing. It's wild, boy.
Disgusting scumbag he truly is.
About it, to be honest. But yeah, it's pretty weird, let's all agree. And I think you're kind of a weird guy.
I totally am. I that's my thing. I totally am.
Look, all I'm saying is there's a reason that freaks like that need to hide their face. And the fact that that information was very public back in the day, 8 years ago, before he ever purchased that art, kind of just tells me how much of a degenerate he had to be to still be supporting someone like Shadman. They even dug up his old Reddit, which he also had exposed himself via some sort of tweet a couple months back. And they say the joke is that Shadman makes corn out via some sort of tweet a couple months back. And they say the joke is that Shadman makes corn out of anything. This right here is apparently Chris's old account. And he says it ain't corn unless it's got a... Yeah, I'll let you read that.
Oh. Oh. What? I'm at this point, hey, baby Purse, at this point, I'm lost too. I don't even know what's going on. What?
And he also continues on to say, "Ah yes, this will make a fine addition to my collection." And something tells me, guys, that he was not joking. And this is just stuff that Chris was out there posting publicly. Like, I'm gonna need that hard drive pulled pretty soon. And that's if the black SUVs haven't already shown up at the house. And I'm not talking about the FBI's, I'm talking about Mr. Beast's. Now here's where things potentially get even darker for Mr. Beast, as another alleged former employee came out to say this.
Certified lover boy, certified. Hold on, let me turn off.
Please. Oh, man. The next 30 seconds are crucial, guys. Next 30 seconds are crucial.
I'm outside Mr. Beast's studio.
Nah, guys, the fact that that song and Drake's name has become, like, synonymous with these type of accusations is crazy. But let's get back to the video.
Right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, you know, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at Mr. Beast from February to May of this year, 2024. Chris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says, Mr. Beast knew, yeah, Mr. Beast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Chris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything Mr. Beast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
So this guy right here who claims to be a former employee is now saying this is only the tip of the iceberg of the crazy things going on at Mr. Beast Studios. I mean,
dog. This can't be. This can't be. This is bad. This is bad. Wow.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you guys, seeing the downfall of Mr. Beast would be like the most insane story in YouTube history.
This would be a crazy
story. It would be
story.
really, really bad for the platform as a whole. And as someone like, this is my job, I'm not thrilled to hear about that, but hey, if there's some sick shit going on, it's gotta come to light. Like, I thought this boy Mr. Beast was going to be running for president by the time I turned 40, but his whole operation could end up being taken down by one single person. Now, this is where more messages began to surface, apparently being shared by a then 14-year-old who was in a Snapchat conversation with Tyson back in 2019. And first, they're just kind of trying to show the proof that this was the legitimate Chris. Hey, click on the profile there. Go straight to his new Snapchat thing he's got going on.
No.
And so as you can see, they're having some sort of conversation via Snapchat, which wouldn't exactly be surprising to me, as a lot of strange people like to go onto Snapchat because they think, oh, the messages, they're not going to be there forever. And as you guys can see here, apparently Chris is once again calling this person dad, which he was also apparently doing to the lava character we talked about yesterday. And honestly, within these messages, I don't really see anything necessarily inappropriate going on. I mean, I guess he was sending some peculiar emojis, but it's still just weird to me. Like, why were you in contact on private messengers with several people who were not even close to being of age? Like, anytime that's even a thing, I already see that as a huge red flag, and y'all kind of know where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And as you guys can see, much like their Twitter page, when I go and try and click on Chris's Snapchat, his profile is nowhere to be found, leading people to believe that he's trying to further cover up this evidence. I mean, wiping your socials clean, to me, is never the look of an innocent person. And here's to me where things start getting super f***ed up. Like, if the allegations I'm about to show you are true, oh, Chris is just beyond cooked, like they shouldn't even return to the internet. Now, I will say, these type of videos can be faked, but you would have to be pretty good at digital graphics, just like I said with the Dr. Disrespect situation. Now, this person came forward anonymously, which I would completely understand, especially given what we've seen that guy Lava go through the last 24 hours and the way people have straight up ridiculed him.
True.
But they say, I would like to stay anonymous, but Chris Tyson was texting me back in 2020 when I was 14. I'm 18 now. I commented on one of his tweets. He saw it and messaged me when I was young and I couldn't see what he was doing was and manipulating me, but looking back at it, I can see it now. And so once again, this anonymous source just kind of wanted to show proof that they were talking to the real Chris apparently. And as you guys can see there, they scroll through the DMs, they click to his profile, and that is indeed Chris's profile that now has no tweets. I mean, I'm not saying you would have to be like some sort of computer genius to do this, but to me, this does all look pretty legit. And so the message thread starts apparently in the middle of a conversation where he says, "Nothing, how is that video turning out? Good." And then he shares a link to a Mr. Beast video. I opened a free bank, which let me check on my phone if like the dates line up. He claims this happened in 2020. Oh my god.
You lying.
The dates line up, everyone.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh man. Oh boy. Woo! Cat Williams got it started. That's all I can say.
4 years ago. Oh man. I don't know why. I sent a bit of a shiver down my spine. Okay. So he says, I barely got screen time. I wish you could see me more. To which this person says, I wish I was in a video. And apparently Chris says, me too. It's too soon though. I could introduce you to everyone when you get a little older apparently. And the person says, yeah, that would be awesome. And at first when I read these alleged messages, I was thinking, well, there's still no proof that the person was like underage. And apparently Chris says, me too, it's too soon though. I could introduce you to everyone when you get a little older apparently. And the person says, yeah, that would be awesome. But then Chris allegedly says, your birthday is coming up, isn't it? Yeah, December 2nd. You're turning 14. This person allegedly says, I don't know where the party will be at. My mom is still deciding. Like, if we're to believe these messages are real, and someone's talking about their birthday to you, and you're a grown man, and they're talking about, oh, my mom is still deciding where my birthday is gonna be at, like if it's gonna be at Peter Piper Pizza, like how many red flags would there need to be that you might be doing something horribly wrong here? And this is where things get crazy. He says, what do you want? I could give you anything. And then this person says, we could play Fortnite. I beat you last time. Meaning they've possibly had some sort of private conversation over games once again. For all you parents out there watching right now, please deeply monitor what your kid is doing on the game and who they're talking to. That is one of the main avenues that people who are interested in kids will use to talk to them. And
Exactly. Why do you think PlayStation started recording parties? Why do you think? And just like everything else,
lure them in. Not saying that happened here. I'm just saying wise up to all that shit. If you're not, because I'm sure most of you are very good parents. You don't want anything expensive for your birthday?
True.
I could spoil you. I don't know. It's fine. Look at my snap. So what? The channels of communication just continue to overlap. If this is true. This person just says, okay, we've been here for a while now. I'm tired. Texting you is the only thing keeping me awake right now. God. When you leave, we could play Fort or Minecraft. Not the most notorious game for weirdos.
Dude.
I love you. I meant I love playing Minecraft with you. I'm telling you guys, if
Dog, this is a tough watch. I don't even know what to say right now. Stream's over. Nah, I'm playing. This is crazy. If this is real, if this is real, of course, if. This is crazy. Man.
If this shit is real, this whole thing, this whole Mr. Beast operation is gonna have such a giant stain on it. And just right now, I'm finding these other things he was sending out, apparently via this Reddit account, where he says, why the f would you use your VR headset for anything other than 3D and that same type of art? Gang, grape. God. I mean, I could see this much more easily.
Why does it keep getting worse?
Being faked, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Wow.
But you can still get teen love. 14-year-olds always stay 14. Pokemon came out to say, I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation, but I want to make it clear. Any inappropriate behavior towards minors is unacceptable, regardless of who you are. Well, thank you, Pokey, for the boldest statement of 2024. This also went viral yesterday with this old footage resurfaced. Chris Tyson old YouTube channel found where he shared revenge pics with his audience of Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly.
So, recently everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy leak of her photo. What the story is, she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out, and she is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly. You'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that you know, people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
So this guy literally comes out to likely his mostly kid audience and says, yeah, like, I know how much this revenge can really damage someone's life, how it can lead people to do terrible things to themselves. I don't endorse the spreading of these pictures, but hey, by the way, link in the description. And in the future, I really do want to have a greater conversation, as I kind of had before, about how wrong it is that, you know, viewing adult videos and adult images and the addiction to all that stuff, and how it's become so normalized and how it's making so many people pretty much sick in their head. I mean, I can't do anything but pretty much pray for the kids today, because they're probably exposed to so much so early on in their life. I mean, I truly do believe that, like, the normalization of pretty much having that addiction has really damaged our society as a
Yeah, bro. Get off. If you won't, get off. Get off of it.
whole.
24 seconds ago, I would like to apologize for any of my past behavioral comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best to permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. What the hell is going on?
Oh shit. Right as I'm making this video, I just went to check out their Twitter page 24 seconds ago. The statement has been released. Oh shit! Mr. Beast made the call. The black SUV showed up to Chris's crib. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. Nah, we're gonna need more than an apology. You gotta get there on the stand, big dog. If it hurt or offended anyone, yeah, I think it was pretty f***ed up what you were doing. Seeing my recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast. He said, get away from my brand and social media to focus on my family and my mental health. I'm sorry, but this statement is not good enough for me. It shouldn't be good enough for anyone who's like a big fan of Mr. Beast. We need to see more than this. Mr. Beast needs to come out and say something, and this needs to be addressed on a deeper level. Like, this makes him look even more guilty to me. This makes it look like, yes, I was trying to scrub everything, and let me just like make this post real quick before everything gets really bad. What a crazy day. Nah, Mr. Beast, this is the last tweet, bro. You gotta say something.
Not Kevin Hart. Ah, no.
All I gotta say is what a
Is that Kendrick Perkins in the back?
crazy 72 hours it has been.
That's a
I also want to
turnaround.
put the disclaimer out there. Everything that I've said in this video is technically all speculation.
Yes, all it is alleged.
You shouldn't take any of it as a fact. But oh my god, does this all look horrible? Why every YouTuber? Why every person just like being exposed this year? It's crazy. Either way, y'all let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, what a bombshell video. But as you guys know, though, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and we're trying to clean up these virtual streets one video at a time. And I'm out, y'all. Peace. So just yesterday,
W video by Jamari, bro. Wow.